Hi, I'm glad to see you. Come on in. I'm Elaine. This is our fitness center, and I wanted to show you the changes that we've made in the fitness center in the hopes that you'll feel a little more comfortable when you're ready to come back and exercise at the JCC. First and foremost, you'll see I am wearing a mask just like you. Masks are mandatory whenever you're in the building. I'm going to take it down right now while I talk to you. Studies show that exercising with a mask is safe for most people. If you've got some respiratory illnesses or reasons that it's not safe for you, please give me a call. We'll talk about that. But generally speaking, most of us exercise at an intensity level where there is enough oxygen. It may not be comfortable, but it's safe. If you're doing high intensity interval training, that's a different story. But if you're doing HIIT, you're used to taking your stats anyway, monitoring your heart rate and knowing how to pull back and work hard again. So that's one change. The second change is I knew you were coming because you had to register for your time in the fitness center today at this time. I have a list, my staff has a list. It's important that you use Turbo Roster to register for any use at the JCC. And if you're confused about that, again, give me a call and I'll walk you through that. Next, we have do not use signs on every other machine and every line. So each cardio machine, the spin bike, is more than 6 feet away from this upright. And it's about 9.5 feet between rows. So we've done a lot in terms of airflow, distancing, and the number of people in here. And please adhere to that. This may be the bike you want to use, but it's out of use. Tomorrow it will be in use because we're going to change the signs every night. Okay, and the same thing with each row. You'll see signs and cones on the machines that we have taken out of use. As I said, 16 options for you if you want to do cardio during your 1 hour reserved time. You'll notice there are no magazines. If you want to read, you've got to bring your own. And the other thing you might notice is there are no towels. Bring your own towel. We are not supplying towels right now. Now, just like before, we want you to be part of keeping the spread down, and we want you to clean. For all of the cardio machines, I want you to use the ABC disinfectant wipes like you've always done before. It's a good idea to do it before you use it and then when you're completed. And you want to touch with the wipe every touch point on the machine. You don't have to wipe down the frame, we'll take care of that. I also need to let you know that the 1 hour time frame within which you can exercise, it's first come, first serve for cardio machines, is more than enough. At the end of that hour, we're gonna let you know your hour's up and we ask you to leave. We're closed for a half hour after that. That's when we're gonna be cleaning the big stuff. So every touch point on any cardio machine, you're gonna be using the ABC wipes and you're going to disinfect your hands. For strength, the selector eyes are 6 feet apart. Again, you're going to disinfect, but this time you're gonna pick up a bottle and you can carry it around with you. I'm gonna have about 10 or 15 bottles up here. When you use a selector eyes, if I'm gonna do a leg press, I do my thing. I'm gonna stand back. I'm gonna spray my disinfectant again on all the touch points. I'm not gonna saturate it. I'm just gonna do a light spray of anything I touched, and that's gonna disinfect it. We'll come through in the half hour that we're closed and we'll clean. You don't have to worry about the whole cleaning. So the selector eyes are all 6 feet apart, and then we have our workout spaces on the floor. They're designated with tape. 1 person per workout space. So if I want to do decline flies and I want to use dumbbells, and the dumbbells that I want to use, somebody is here working out and they're right in front of them, just please politely ask if you could come in and get the dumbbells. It might require this person to move out of the way, or it might require this person to look the other way, whatever. Keep your distance, be aware of where members are on the floor, and practice distancing and practice courtesy. So after I do my decline flies, I'm going to bring my dumbbells back here again. I'm going to lightly miss the handles, whatever I touched. If I adjusted the bench, I'm going to spray that too. So I think there are 9 or 10 areas here on the floor that you can use. You can walk here, again, being aware of where other members are and socially distancing. We have taken most of the pieces of small equipment off the floor. So I do have that tubing there, but the bands, the flat bands, and a lot of the other stuff I've taken off the floor because they're a little bit more difficult to disinfect. We are selling them. We would like you to bring your own if you're somebody who uses flat bands or tubing. Better to bring it in, use your own, and leave with it. 2 people on a mat. Again, if I have a towel, I'm going to put it down so my face is on it, and when I get up, I'm just going to lightly spray that mat and go to wherever else I'm going. So those are some changes here in the fitness center. We've done our best to take into account social distancing, taking into account the number of people that we can allow in here safely, and taking into account airflow and ventilation. I'd like to go upstairs and show you another spot now. So when you go on Turbo Roster, you'll see there'll be an option on every day, under every single time, the fitness center. There'll be one of 14 spots. I take one of them, that's the 15th. There'll also be a category called balcony spin. We have 5 spin bikes up here. A lot of people now are used to using Les Mills On Demand, for instance, or any other programs, and they may have a spin program that they follow at home, or they want to come in and use the Stages bike and do it here. So put your iPad, your iPhone, hook yourself up for 1 hour, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, whatever. You can do your own spin class using your smartphone or iPhone or iPad anytime you want. You just have to reserve your time on balcony spin 1 of 5. I want to walk you now into the spin area. So the spin area is formerly the gymnastics area. In doing some research, we did find out that we needed more ventilation and airflow when we're doing spin. And so the room downstairs is no longer going to be used, and we've moved the bikes up here. We're using the perimeter of the room, which has been suggested that we use the perimeter for safety, for airflow and ventilation. We've got 11 bikes along the perimeter, and we have the instructor here. We're going to try a couple of spin classes right off the bat. Again, it's going to be difficult, but a mask is required. So that's where we are with fitness at the JCC. Those are the changes that we've made to help you feel more comfortable following CDC guidelines, State of Massachusetts guidelines, and Department of Worcester Public Health Department. So I hope to see you soon.